hello anyone who may be watching. My name is Andrew, and I guess welcome back to Crash Sim Racing. This time will be a little different. Well, probably still past six, talking about random stuff, but more I'm going to be doing the adventure mode. And if I go load, you can see that I did a playthrough as per and did everything. That's my girlfriend's account. But I have 2 empty save slots down here. I did not know that was a thing. I'm not kidding when I say this. The past 4 recordings that I've done over the past 2 days have not worked. Through the various means of either unsyncing or OBS screwing up. So I decided, let's go to a game that I've played before and it's worked. Good old Crash Sim Racing. So we go new adventure. And for anyone who doesn't... Oh, should I explain or let the game explain it? Okay. So in adventure mode, you go through 4 different areas, going through races, going through races, and beating bosses until you get to nitrous oxide, the final boss. And your choices of characters are Crash, as you can see, Crash Bandicoot, Neo Cortex, Tiny Tiger, Coco Bandicoot, Engine, I don't know what the N stands for, Dingodile, Polar, and Purra. And as you can see by the stats, they come in pairs. So, Polar and Purra's speed isn't that great, their acceleration's pretty average, but their turn is like the best. Dingodile and Tiny, probably one of the 2 they'll be playing as, have the best speed, average, probably less than average acceleration, and shit turns. Engine and Coco have pretty good average speed, really good acceleration, and below average turning. I might actually play as one of those 2, thinking about it. I think I'll play as Coco. There's Tiny, as you can see, good speed, okay acceleration, shitty turning, and Cortex and Crash have basically moderate, well a little more than average, but they're all at that 1 rate, so they're pretty good. But we'll go for Coco. Nice backflip. And we'll just put in my name. Andre. Where's W? There's W. Empty. Save. Completed. So we'll see if it does the opening cutscene. If it does, then basically what I explain will just show it to you in more plot driven more than just what you're actually doing. Nope.
Welcome to the adventure arena.
There's no subtitles.
You can travel around this area and practice your driving skills. The dots and stars on the map represent warp pads, which lead to races. When they flash, it signifies they are open to play. To access a racetrack, drive onto a warp pad that has an active warp vortex, and it will take you to the track start line. Finish a track in first place to win a trophy. As you collect more trophies, other tracks will turn on and open to you.
Getting water.
And drive fast.
So basically, if that was too quiet, which is very likely, basically these things are warp pads to races. And the floating things are, if you get first place in a standard race, you get the gold trophy flying around. If you do a second, almost like augmented race where you have to collect the letters CT and R, you get the CTR token, and the relic is a time trial. So if they're glowing like that one is, and you can see on the minimap the blue circles that are, emanating the rings, you can drive in those. This means I need a key, which I get from beating the boss. On the minimap, the boss is the star. That's another race, as you can see. The ring around it's green, so the token will be green. So that's showing you, like, this is a different race. Drive around here, that's saying I need 1 trophy, so I need to beat one of those races to access that one. So basically I'll start playing and we'll just go through how to play the game. Because I've already got 100% of it, I'm probably just going to be breezing through this. But, you know, I'm not trying to be, like, super close and very, I don't know the words I'm trying to say. Like, super competitive and, like, oh, don't you overpass me, I will beat you. I'm just kind of casually playing through it. Annoying, well, not annoying, but just, well, yes, they were annoying. They always say you in last place. Ooh, boom. Yeah, if you get acceleration before the light turns green, you get a nice little boost. God damn it. Oh, what 10 Wumpa Fruit means that... Yay! Means that your items are better. So I've powered up, like, the potion I just dropped will just explode. If I get 10 Wumpa Fruit, it'll explode, they'll lose 1 Wumpa Fruit, and they'll be slowed down for a little bit. Like the TNTs will turn into nitros. And speed boost, like the one I just got, it'll just make them, I think, more effective and a little bit longer. A little bit by like 3 seconds. And I already missed the perfect turning from Pura. Looks like my 4th item, and I got 3 potions so far. Tiny hit it, and there's TNT turned to nitro because I have 10 Wumpa Fruit. I think more Wumpa Fruit you have, you actually go faster as well. Nah, we'll keep it as the map. So in the bottom right hand corner, there's the map of the track, and if I hit the triangle button, it switches to like an accelerometer. I don't know if that's the right word. I don't have a car, I don't have a license. Probably should get one. And I'm just looking behind me to see if anyone's there, even though I should probably just be looking at the minimap. Why am I getting so many potions? I should probably explain what the shield around me is. Bing! So, you can get a green shield, and that will, that will last around you for a short period of time and block anything once. The blue shield, that you can fire forward. The blue shield, you can use it and it will last around you permanently or until something hits you, which includes items or races. Racers, not races. And you can also fire that forward. I don't think it locks on. I don't think it does. So I got first in that race, so I get a trophy! What's her winning animation? Every character, except for Oxide, the final boss, has an animation. Has a winning animation and a losing animation. Oxide just has a losing animation. Coco's very modest, just standing there.
You win a trophy.
I could have played as. Oh.
The more Wumpa Fruit you collect, the faster your cart will go.
Oh.
If you collect and hold 10 Wumpa Fruit...
Bye. I was right. The more Wumpa Fruit you have, the faster you go. And... the more Wumpa Fruit you have, the faster you go. And if you get 10, you get an increased weapon. Bum, 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 bum. So that one before, I didn't mention it, but it had a key times 1. So I need 1 key, which I get from beating... I get a key from beating one of the bosses. Da, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum. I'll probably... I don't know how long these episodes will be. I might just do... Yeah, hit Pura, yeah. I might just do, like, 1 area each video. By area, I mean, like, there's Black Cortex, there's the first area, which is this area, and then I beat the boss, which is one of my favorite characters, and, like, Crash in general. Then I head into the next area, and that will be probably a different video. I go through that, I beat the boss, and then on to the third one, and that's the kind of format I'm talking about, like one of these quote-unquote areas per video. That was... okay. What happened there for about a split second was... Never mind. Someone fired a rocket at me, and those things home onto you. If they hit anything in the way, though, they blow up, so that's very, very useful to be on a looping map like this one. Speed boost! Ah, shit. I think that was my own one. So now you can see what a red potion does. I had a red potion on me, and they just swapped it out for a bloody green one. Cortex is probably gonna beat me. Shit. Damn it, missed the item. So much for that not competitive thing. Yay! Woo! These might only be 10 to 15 minutes long. I think even the longest track only takes about... If I'm driving at this kind of quality, 3-4 minutes, if that. Granted, this game is made to be played by like 5-year-olds. Excuse me. So, you know, I'm not supposed to be playing this. I'm supposed to be an adult. What is it this time?
When you get a TNT crate on your head, start hopping immediately. If you react fast and hop enough times, the TNT crate will fall off your head before it explodes.
Okay, yeah. So what I've been doing to drift is just... Thanks, Coco. Is just bouncing and then just holding it long enough to drift. If you hold it too long, this happens. You don't stop. If you hold it too long, this happens. There we go. Yeah, you spin out. So that's really imperative that you get like the actual proper amount of drift off. So when like the exhaust turns black, that's when it's like hit L1 or R1 or whichever one you're not holding down to get a boost. I'm pretty sure he'll say that probably after this race, I think. So since I'm just relaxing here, playing through a childhood game, tilt the screen. What are you guys' favorite games from when you were young? Because everyone's got, you know, the classic that they enjoy playing. For me, it's games like these. It'll be weird to think that for some kids, when they get to like 18, they'll probably say like, "Oh, dude, Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was such a classic. I grew up with that." It's like, I would say as a 90s kid, but I'm barely a 90s kid. I was born in 97. So I didn't have much of the 90s, like the bloody Jinko jeans. The first couple years did count as 90s, but I'm an early 2000s kid, but not a millennial. We'll put it that way. I'm pretty sure me saying I'm not a millennial should be me saying, because I'm saying that I'm a millennial. Oh, I just realized I got Aku Aku. Oh, Aku Aku. So what Aku Aku and Uka Uka is, if you play as the quote-unquote bad guys, is the mask of them floats around you for a while and does this little jingle. Oh, it stopped. And you get a speed boost. Areas where you will be slowed and nullified, and you are temporarily invulnerable while that's happening. So it's a really good item to have. Yeah, but as I said, and I think, yeah, the first Crash team racing video I did, you know, I grew up with party games. Cortex hit my nitro, yay! Party games, Crash Bash, Tekken 3, actually, I don't think I mentioned that one. Final Fantasy VIII, a little bit Grandia. Should probably actually try and record that. And so I was just wondering what other people's childhood games were. some people would probably say like, oh, I grew up with Final Fantasy 7, it's a superior one to Final Fantasy 8. Yeah, everyone talks about Final Fantasy 7. Like, I have a ringtone on my phone that took me about 10 minutes to find, and it's the victory fanfare from Final Fantasy 8. And it took me forever to find that because 7 was everywhere. Don't get me wrong, it's a good game. The final battle's a little lackluster if you actually know the quote-unquote secret behind it. Message is still, you know, the same, but the actual fight itself is kind of boring. I never finished it, but I think my favourite Final Fantasy game was 6. I really enjoyed that, because, like, if you played 7, you know what happens. You know, big moment of sad deathness. Final Fantasy 8, some death happens sometimes. Final Fantasy 6, it starts out and the villain just poisons the town's water and kills it, like, in the first couple hours.
You can get a hang time turbo from jumping. The longer you're in the air, the bigger the turbo you'll get when you land. For big turbos, try to get extra air time by hopping off jumps using the R1 button.
There we go. So again, if that's too quiet, because I'm all recording this in one take, when you're on like high ledges or something, and you can get a nice hop off of it by hitting the R1 button, as you can hear now. That button. This will work so much easier by the camera. But I have my pajamas, so there's also that. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, so again, I don't know if that's too loud, or if it's too quiet, or either, or if I'm just being stupid and repeating something everyone already knows and can hear. So, as I said in like the establishment video, this is a shortcut, and I can't get it, damn it. Get a good speed boost off it though. I always find it weird though, when like, because my mum, she works as a teacher aide at a primary school. I won't say where, her name, or which one, because, you know, to protect the innocent. But every now and again, when I was out of high school for the year, I would go there and help out with like the class shift, because if people were to move from primary at the end of every year, you would go to the new class and they'd have to unpack the stuff from last year, possibly set up possibly set up new stuff or shift stuff around, and a lot of taking stuff off of walls, like all the stuff that the students put up on there. And so I would usually help out where I could with that. And talking to some of the kids, it was weird, at least to me, how they had never heard of Crash, they'd never heard of Spyro, and like all the stuff that I grew up with, they grew up with stuff that was completely different. Like, talking to one kid, I asked him what their favorite game was, because, I mean, you know, all kids play a game at one point or another. Some kids say, like, our mum says that we're not allowed to play games until we've finished our chores, so any game's a good game. It's like, that's kind of, damn it, almost. It's like, it's pretty deep. You know, for a kid. But one kid said, like, my favorite game right now is Candy Crush, and it's like, but, okay, because like a couple years ago at that primary school, to help out, one of the teachers I knew there, I knew him from something else. Maybe I'll say that, and I'll explain that in the future. But I already knew him prior to him actually working at that primary school. But I helped him unpack iPads. This was like 2013, 2014 actually. But I helped him unpack iPads and put them into class sets. Like 3 for the junior classes, and like 5 for the senior classes. And I'm sitting there unpacking these things and putting them into portions. Oh. I love how Ripper's dialogue is him laughing, and he's driving in a fucking straitjacket. Oh, I love that. That little cave has an end, so, you know, you hit it. It makes me laugh. But, yeah, I'm unpacking these iPads, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I remember... Oh, I skipped the first part. But I remember, you know, the only chance you got to use technology in school, or in class at least, he threw... Oh, shit. Yeah, Ripper throws TNT everywhere. The only chance I got to use technology was when I'd use the giant, like, big-backed Apple computers. Oh, honestly, I miss big-backed. God damn it, I miss big-backed computers. They were slow, they were clunky, but they were fun. And we find like every workaround for like the blocked websites. Like Addicting Games was blocked. Oh, god damn it. Oh, damn it. Referee is a lot hard. Maybe because I'm not concentrating as much as when I play through with Pura. But I remember, for any kids who may be watching, if you want to find a game that you can play in school, if like, because I don't know if like they're able to play, if you're allowed to play on their iPads or whatever. That still sounds weird to say though. We always went into cool math games. Because saying something's cool obviously means that it's cool. But we went into cool math games, which was not blocked because it's quote-unquote cool math games. And there was a game called Block Saws on there, and if anyone knows what that is, well, if anyone doesn't know what that is, if you know what it is, then you know what it is. If you don't know what it is, it's a little puzzle-solving game, and you're a little block that has to find its way into the hole at the end. And we spent so much time digging around in that game instead of actually learning. Oh, that was fun. One thing I do miss, especially about those old computers, clicky keyboards. Some people find them annoying. I like them because you get feedback from actually typing. That's why I don't like touchpad keyboards, because you get no feedback from it. Do those women have boob physics? Also, Adventure, that's a different one that I got last time when playing as Purr. It's a different woman. I don't know how they change. Oh my god, I love Ripper. So I got a key from him, and that unlocks this big door to get to the next area. Oh no, I lied, there are actually 5 areas. My apologies. Take a drink of water while he explains.
Congratulations on opening this new area. Here you will find 4 more tracks to race. Good luck.
Well, it's wrong. So as you go around, you can see that what was before closed off is now open, and these things are open as well for the tokens and the relics. And one thing I do really like that some games don't is once you beat a boss, that's it, you can't go back to them. With this one, because they're all just races, I can race Ripper. Well, yeah, if you want to race Ripper again, you can. So we'll go to the next area. We'll call it the intermediate area, because that's what it really is. Apart from like 4 things, which may sound like it's a lot, but not really. So there's these 2 things here. And it says I need 10 relics for the one on the right. That I need every relic to get that. And this thing, I need the 5 gem cups. Now, in the establishment video, I was racing through the groups of races that are called the cups. And behind this door, as you can see on the minimap, there's 6 little dots. Oh.
You must have 2 boss keys to open this door. You can race a boss after beating all 4 tracks in an area.
Yeah. So behind this door, as you can see, there's 6 little spots. And those are the cups, basically. Looking at it, I don't know why. No, there's 5 or 6. There's 5. I'm bad at counting. So there's 5 gems. So there's 5 cups. Each of them you get a gem, which you open the cups by getting the tokens to that color, and then you get the gems, and then you can race that one that needs 5 gems. This is Nitrous Oxide's ship. You get the 4 keys. You race him. Why has it clicked out? There we go. Okay. If you also notice, the theme that's in the background stays consistent with the rhythm, but like the feel of it changes. Because you can feel it change. So there's a big save point there. So this is the next area. So we'll go back. You can feel the change. Because it sounds like this. You see what I mean? And it's really cool how they add in that detail of the rhythm is the exact same. It just changes, like, pretty much the instruments used for each area. And it meshes so perfectly. Oh, god damn it. This is a save point.
This is the load save screen.
That's not all it was saying, but basically this is the loading and saving little, well, not little, giant screen. Basically drive into it to load and save. Oh, boom. There we go. Save that. Okay. And so the first area is completed. So that'll be it for this video. And the next part, I don't know when that'll come out. This might actually be the 3rd video that comes up. So if it is, I'm going to try not to, like, as I said before, probably like the Shadow Mortal clip, I'm going to try not to spam videos. As this is the 3rd one, it's not because I'm spamming, it's because my past 4 recordings haven't fucking worked right. I know that's not England. Is it? It is England. Okay. So this is the next area. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to drive around for a little bit. There's the boss. People who've played Crash games before might recognize who that is. And there was the door to the 3rd one just before, to the left, before I did the first corner. Come around and jump. Yeah. Okay. You don't have to drive into it. You said to get close to it. I did not actually know that. Maybe I should listen to the guy more. But anyway, I'm going to leave that video here. That was me just placing down the controller. So thank you anyone who sat through this and watched it. Not the most interesting thing, I know. But I was annoyed, so I decided to go with one thing that's soothing. It's now 10 o'clock here. I've been recording for like an hour and a half. First one didn't work. Anyway, so thank you anyone who's watching this. You know how YouTube works: subscribe button, comments, you know, blah blah blah. And I will, you know what to do. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.